There's roughly between 9 and 10 millionaires that we can document in North America. That's someone who what you own minus what you owe, your assets minus your liabilities equals $1 million or greater. If you're one of those, we'll take your call this hour because we want our listeners to learn from you. What does a typical millionaire look like, and what did they do to get there? Because there's a lot of misinformation out there, a lot of lies out there, and a lot of stupidity out there regarding economics. And it's just crazy. It's just crazy, you guys. So the truth is that America is not broken, and you still can leave the cave, kill something, and drag it home. You can still win. And people don't become wealthy on average by being crooks, and people don't become wealthy on average by being a professional athlete, an entertainer, or an actor or an actress, a movie star. Now, many of those people are millionaires, but the typical millionaire is not that. Less than 1% of millionaires fall into that category. The number one career field for millionaires? Self-employed. They own a small business. That's the number one career field. The last guy we talked to is a dentist. He was, you could put him in a professional category, but he owned his own business too. And it's over 1/3 of millionaires own their own small business. And that's how they got there. Paul is with us in Knoxville. Hey, Paul, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing great, Dave.
Good. So what's your net worth?
About $1.3 million.
Very cool. What's it invested in?
Besides the house being about $300,000, I guess the rest of it's in 401ks, IRAs, and Roth.
Okay, so mutual funds in those? Or?
Mutual funds, yeah. All mutual funds, yeah.
Okay. Retirement. All right, so $300K. How old are you?
60.
60, all right. And how much of this money, this $1.3 million, did you inherit?
$17,000.
Okay. Not exactly a difference maker, okay. And what's your average income been through your last 30, 40 years of working life?
Well, I started about $15,000 back in 1978, so I guess it'd be average of $50,000 or so over the linear progression.
Yeah.
So.
And what do you make these days?
About 100.
About 100?
Yeah.
What was your highest?
100.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So 15 up to 100. All right. And capping out at 100 now. What do you do for a living?
Yeah. Technical sales and support.
Okay. Stuff. All right. And do you have a 4-year degree?
Yeah, I have a bachelor's degree in physics.
In physics. Okay. And what was your GPA? Do you remember?
I think I almost got to 3.0.
Okay. Yeah, me too. I had a 297. Pissed me off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I was.
All right. And how much of this money that you have, the $1.3 million in mutual funds, and your paid for home, I assume, $300,000. Yep. How much of that is due? How much did you use debt to cause you to build wealth?
Other than the mortgage on the house, nothing, I guess.
Okay. All right. Very
nothing,
cool.
Yeah.
And what part has giving played in your financial plan throughout your working life?
Well, yeah, we made a decision when we first got married that we were going to tithe, and I thought, well, start out with 2 or 3%, see how that feels, and it felt awful, so we just bumped it right up to 10% back in the late 70s, and have stayed there ever since until we finally got the kids out of college, and now we run about 15 to 17% of donations, and most of that tithing, and then the rest of it we try to give our kids for just gifts or vacations and stuff like that. But
what's the most expensive pair of jeans you've ever bought?
Well, maybe $25.
Okay, all right. How many new cars have you bought before you became a millionaire?
Oh, well, I bought 2 back. I think the last one was 1982, and I paid that off in '86. That's the last car payment I ever had. And then when I was 30, and then when we turned 40, we got the house paid off. So. Basically, we just buy used cars now. But the 2 we have now probably aren't worth $15,000 together.
Okay.
All
right. So people are listening out there. They're going, this guy makes $100,000. He's got $1.3 million. How did you do that? What's the secret that caused you to be a millionaire at age 60, starting from nothing, literally?
Well, we became intentional. About 1980, we knew we wanted to do something, and then we discovered Larry Burkett way back then, and actually became a counselor eventually, and stuck to the budgeting and the investing and the staying out of debt, paying off the house. And after 7 years after we made the decision to get it paid off, and that kind of thing. Just stuck with the plan and still pretty much try to live. I mean, we get kind of loose with going out to eat and that kind of stuff, but we still are pretty frugal and just try to enjoy our time with the family and the things that are important.
What's a big time blowout, luxury, crazy, expensive thing you did one time?
Big blowout. Yeah, well, I can't really think of any.
Okay, all right, that's cool. That's fair. That's fair. All right.
Can't really think of any.
Well, I mean, what about a super expensive vacation? Have you ever done one of those?
No.
Okay.
We go on vacations a lot, but $2,000 or $3,000. We are getting ready to spend a few thousand on to go visit our son out in California with his family and take some family with us. But $6,000 or $8,000 is a lot of money for us to spend on a vacation.
Gotcha.
So that's about it. Yeah.
Okay. Very, very cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you think in today's world that a young version of Paul that's graduating with a physics degree with a 3.0 coming into the marketplace could do what you've done starting today?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, it's kind of neat to watch our children follow the same path and, with hopes, I think, of them being in the same place 20, 30 years down the road. So, yeah, absolutely. Because we haven't done anything special, just got intentional and stuck to the plan. And we live well. I mean, we don't seem to be super cheap anymore, especially.
Very cool.
It's been a fun journey.
Well, thank you. Thank you for taking time to talk to us, sir. You're a great American hero. Another millionaire that started from nothing, inherited, $17,000 out of $1.3 million. So obviously that doesn't move the needle. And with $1.3 million net worth in technical sales, there it is. I mean, this is how you do it. So all millionaires inherited their wealth is a lie. It's a lie. All of them are crooks. These are just working guys. I mean, they're some of them. I mean, a lot of them have got a 4-year degree. Some of them have got some graduate work under their belt, but they're not overly educated necessarily. They just show up and do it very steady, very predictably. They're not. Again, they didn't just sign with the Denver Broncos, or they didn't just sign, in the NBA, or they didn't just sign a record deal. They're smart, but very few of them are brilliant. Very few of them are rocket scientists. And it's just, it aggravates the crud out of me because it steals people's belief that it can still be done. And the only way that you'll ever have anything is if we change our economic system, because wealth inequality has gotten so out of whack. Well, I mean, that guy saved his money. His next-door neighbor didn't save his money. That guy has $1.3 million. The next-door neighbor has a mortgage. Now, you tell me how that's unfair. It's not unfair. It is fair. A farmer that doesn't plant corn is not entitled to a crop. You reap what you sow. There's a cause-effect issue of this. When you work more hours, you typically make more money. That's fair. So for income to be equal, because talent isn't equal, work ethic isn't equal, for net worth to be equal, it would be unfair. It would be unfair for Bill Gates to have sold as many computers as he sold and to have my net worth and my income. That would be unfair. See, we've got to break the back of this stupidity that's floating around out there. This dadgum everybody got a trophy thing is screwing up our culture, you guys. This is the truth. It's not a political thing. It's a stupid thing. And stupid's out there on parade. And that's one of the reasons we started doing these millionaire theme hours. So we think these millionaires, we think they're rock stars. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hey you guys, Rachel Cruz here. Hope you are enjoying the Dave Ramsey Show. If you didn't know, I actually have my own YouTube channel. So I do videos twice a week on life and money. So you can click the subscribe button to subscribe to my channel. And if you want to check out our video right now, check out the video on how to make a budget.